I recently finished reading Katabasis by Kuang, and first of all, I would just say thank you to NetGalley and the publisher for letting me read a galley of this. I realize this is a lot of people's very highly anticipated release. Overall, I would give this book 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it, but I do think it had some misses, which is why I docked half of a star. I generally love R.F. Kuang's writing. I like how her work is very academic. And this is definitely academic fantasy at its best, just like Babel. And I really enjoyed that. Always hits the mark for me. I was able to picture what was happening in this book, which is not something that happens super often for me. So I really enjoyed that element of it. I felt that I was able to really put myself in the place of Alice and Peter. I also did enjoy the dynamic of Alice and Peter. Alice, though she is Asian in this story, she really reminded me of Alice from The Magicians. I've only ever seen the show, I haven't read the book, but the characteristics of a very high achiever, high strung, hit that mark for me, which I thought was a nice nod if it was intentional to The Magicians. I really also liked Peter. He's definitely the moral compass in this story, where Alice is definitely our morally gray character, and so I liked the dynamic of those two. I did find some disappointment in the development of this love story, which is definitely a subplot of this, which is fine. I just felt that it fell a little bit flat. I would have liked there to be more build up and more Easter eggs about their love story throughout the book rather than the little bit that we got. I also felt that Arf Kwang could have done a little bit of a better job in her descriptions of characters, as well as some of the scene descriptions. There was not a lot of exposition in this story, which is okay if you're okay with that. This was about 560 pages, I think, maybe 460. So I felt that it could have used some exposition. I would have buckled in for a really long book from R.F. Kuang, and I think some exposition and some additional details and descriptions would have really helped to deepen our immersion in this world. I also thought that some of the problems and plot points within this story fell a little bit flat for me. They are in hell, they're trying to navigate through hell to find a professor, and they run into problems and issues along the way. But in some cases, some of the issues that Alice and Peter run into felt like they were resolved really quickly and without a lot of sacrifice, without a lot of discussion or problems or really making them problem solve. It kind of felt like they just knew the way out really quickly. And I would have liked to see them do some more problem solving together. Now, that being said, I did really enjoy this story. I am still giving it 4.5 stars. I thought that the payoff was really good at the end. I took my time reading this, but that was because I was simultaneously not wanting to put it down, but also wanting to go slow so I could really absorb the story. And I really ended up enjoying it. I will say the ending was satisfying for me. It's not going to be satisfying for everyone, but I did enjoy the story. I'm looking forward to getting a physical copy because I did some highlights on my Kindle. So I'll probably go back and annotate my physical copy once it arrives. So if you are looking forward to this book, I do think you should read it. Some of the issues that I have with it are minor. They might be bigger to you, but I do think you should read this one and form your own opinion.